Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Irvin, with another anime first impressions. This is going to be on one that's airing on Netflix, so this is why I'm releasing this video at this time of the season. Netflix is just weird that way. They release their anime whenever they feel like it. And anyways, this is on Carole Tuesday. One that I had already read about a little bit. Uh, Not too much. I don't know really the story. I just kind of read that it was a music anime, and I was kind of excited for it to release on Netflix. Not because it was on Netflix, but because at least someone was bringing it to the U.S. And anyways, it was a bummer that it was through Netflix, just because Netflix takes a long time to release their anime. But we have it now. Carole Tuesday, first season here on Netflix, and I will be eventually releasing a review for you guys. I am not editing this video with the videos of the episodes just because Netflix has a very strict copyrights where we're not allowed to even get videos out into the open without any certain special permission. So I didn't even went through all the channels that I had to. But anyways, before I continue, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell button if you guys don't mind, and you'll be notified when I go live and upload videos. Also, if you want to further support me, there's different ways you can support me, either through Super Chat when I'm live, through being a Patreon, sending me stuff. It doesn't matter. There's a way you can support me. So you guys you can follow me on Twitter, Anime Review 711. You guys can talk to me more if you want to support me. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more first impressions, there is quite a bit of them in my channel. So go watch more first impressions there. Lastly, there is a spoiler alert to the first episode because I will talk about it in some detail. Okay. So Carole Tuesday is like I said, genre-wise, is a music anime. It is futuristic anime as well, and it overall is a anime that follows two girls, Carole and Tuesday, but there is a third girl. I will talk to about her eventually, but anyways, let's focus on the main characters, Carole and Tuesday. So Carole is the darker skinned girl who is already part of the big city. She at the beginning of the episode goes to work, and you can tell that she hates her work, and eventually she is fired from her work. And I guess her hobby, or maybe second job, I don't know how she sees it yet, is to play outside in the streets. And she knows that people just don't listen. They don't understand her music, so she just does it for her own enjoyment. And I guess maybe once in a while she gets a tip or not. I don't know. So she goes out and basically starts playing in the street. At the same time that we're seeing her story, we see kind of the story of Tuesday. Now, Tuesday, eventually, it is told to us through the episode, comes from a wealthy family, and she runs away from her family. Don't know where exactly she lives yet, but I'm gonna guess small town girl, because she's dressed like a small town girl and acts like a small town girl. She's amazed to see the city when she arrives, and the first thing she does arriving is just be lost in all the lights of the city. So much that she leaves her luggage unattended for a second, and she is robbed the minute that she is basically in the city. So she quickly controls herself, saying, I'm not going back. I already did this move. I'm gonna continue, living however possible." So she continues walking around the street and eventually bumps into Carole, and tells Carole that, wow, she loves her song. She can tell that the song is about someone being lonely but not wanting anyone else to feel like to know that she's lonely. So they immediately connect, but at the same time there's a cop who chases them down because they're not supposed to be playing in the streets, because that's against the law, I guess, at least in that area. So they run away, and they eventually get to Carole's apartment, and they end up going up to the apartment and just hanging out. Throughout the entire episode, we kind of learn more and more about the girls little by little. Like I said, how I'm explaining it is not really the order the episode goes, because the episode kind of jumps around through characters. But Essentially, we find out that Carole is living alone. She doesn't have anyone but her pet owl, who is also her alarm. It's futuristic. Also, we find out that she writes melodies but doesn't really write lyrics, and there's always something missing. That's what she says. And Tuesday says, "Oh, hey, by the way, I wrote lyrics already about your song that I just heard you play, but we'll skip that." Anyways, they start jamming out, and eventually Tuesday starts singing. She is a shy one because she's never performed in front of anyone. It is kind of obvious that she's probably been told that she shouldn't be a musician or she shouldn't even pursue music. So she's finally leaving her shell with Carole, and they start jamming out, and she starts singing. Now, I did watch the dubbed version, so she does sing in English in the dubbed version, and so I started to watch the Japanese sub version. I watched half the episode subbed because of this instance. When they start singing in English in the English version. So I thought, did they translate every song to English, or is the original music in English? So I do go. I went into the Japanese version, the original Japanese version, and in fact, it is in English. When they are talking Japanese, and then all of a sudden they start jamming out, she starts singing in English. So the music itself originally is in English. At least this first song was. I don't know if every song will be, but yeah. Anyways, it was a good little jam out they had. After that, basically the episode ends with them agreeing that they're gonna pursue music together. In all this, we're also following the story of a third girl. I don't know her name precisely. I'm pretty sure they said it in the episode, but I didn't catch it because, well, she's not so important yet. Or maybe she won't ever be as important. But essentially is another rich girl who lives in the city, and her mother is basically wanting her to have success in the entertainment industry. And she's been working as an entertainer since she's 3 years old. She's a I guess actor, and she comes out in commercials. We find out that she's kind of a brat. Fires her agent because he signed her up for a commercial that she didn't like, so she fires him. We figured out that she's basically a brat, and tells her mother that she wants to be a musician. She sets up a record meeting with a record dealership, I guess, and they tell her that essentially music is being controlled for the past years by AIs, by machines, by data that tells us what, or tells them what music should sound like, what music should be, and what people probably like. And he tells her, music has been like that, and my industry runs it like that. I've never really worked with a human, so you have to be prepared to be a puppet. And she says, "I'll be the best puppet you've ever had." So she's really buying into the whole we'll control what you say, we'll control what you sing, we'll control what you do, how you do it, and stuff like that. Which eventually, I'm gonna assume that she's gonna find out that that's not the way when it comes to music, because music is, after all, a form of art, and if you can't express yourself, um, then it's not really, you're not really releasing your full potential. So, anyways, overall, this is a great anime. I do have a soft spot over it because I myself do play instruments. I play guitar and other instruments as well. So I do have a soft spot to music anime. So stuff like Your Lie in April, or Piano of the Forest, or Forest Piano, whatever you want to call it. All those are just kind of have a close tug to my heart because I do like music in general. So this is one that, even though genre wise maybe wouldn't fit my description of what I like, I do really enjoy watching this one. So I will eventually finish this one, more likely in the next few days. So I will review it for you guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you guys can watch the review of the entire first season. Guys, if you have not done so already, then consider further supporting me through either Patreon or other means. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to watch more first impressions, make sure you check them out in my channel. There's also a giveaway happening currently right now, so make sure you guys go and become a entry by following all the instructions in that video. It should be already the trailer of the channel, so make sure you go check it out and follow all the instructions. Guys, also, if you want to further get more entries, being a Patreon is going to get you that. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.